Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Wiki 5 Deluxe Edition. In this episode I'm going to be doing basically the same thing as always, just trying to finish off the last of the expert tracks, or I think it's expert, yeah. But alright, so I've got the ammo Dartling gun dump thing that is a specialty building for the Dartling guns, and I think I'm going to try to use them, maybe, on the next track. I don't remember what the next track is. So let's see what it is. Oh, that's right, this one. And that actually is, I'd say, a decent track to use the Dartling guns on, because there's a lot of straightforward paths. And I was just thinking, before I started recording this, I was trying to think of what track was going to be next. So at the moment, actually, I'm going to use a Monkey Engineer, just because those are pretty good beginning lane busters. So with 975... minus 485, that's like 400 or 500? Yeah, about 500 cash that I need. So once I get up to about like round 3 or 4, I should have enough cash to get a Dartling gun. Yeah, because that would be 901, I guess, with the cash that I had before. So then after this round, I should have enough, for a Dartling gun. And place that right about there, and then make it fixed to that point, and then that should be good, because then once I get focused firing, it'll be a little bit better at firing focusedly and right down the middle and all that. So that should be good. Pretty much that's all I can think of for a strategy. Really, is just getting some more Dartling guns and having them in a fixed position to tack down these lanes. My initial thought was to use Dart monkeys as what are they called? I was gonna say Glaive Ricochet for some reason, but the Spike-a-Pult, where it would shoot the spike ball thing down the lane or whatever. Because those are pretty good lane busters, but it can be kind of difficult depending on how much range you actually have on that thing in order to see the balloons coming and be able to launch it fast enough to keep up like the pink balloons and stuff. If you have 2 or 3, you should be okay, it'll be helpful, but it's definitely better to have more towers than just the spike bolts. So anyways, I think I'm going to go with faster barrel spin rather than powerful darts, just because that's a little bit more useful, I suppose, at the moment. At least to me it is. And again, I guess I could mention that I may sound a bit quieter or slower or deeper or whatever, just because I'm recording this early in the morning, because I've got stuff to do today, so I've got to get it done early. So, you know, just a thing, just a random thing to mention. This track and then the next track are the last 2 that I actually have any experience on, as far as the expert tracks, and, dang. Probably should have just got the powerful darts for that, because I could tell that it was not cutting it without the powerful darts. But obviously it wasn't a huge deal. Wasn't a huge deal to just move it back to my mouse control or mouse aiming or whatever. So then a faster barrel spin. I think that made it shoot faster. I couldn't actually tell for a second there. It seemed like it was going at the same rate, but yeah, it just makes the gun fire much faster, so more darts per second, basically, which also means more pops per second, generally, depending on what balloon you're shooting it at. But then the powerful darts will just help even more, because then they'll be 3 times as much pierce, which I guess it depends on how the balloons are set up. If it's less packed, but more balloons, I guess, then that would mean that faster darts would be better, but then if they're more packed and less balloons, it would mean that the powerful darts is better, I think. Something like that. So, I don't know, with both of them, with both upgrades, the powerful darts and the faster barrel spin, then that's fine. I don't have to worry about that, because now I can pierce through 3, and it's got pretty good attack rate. I'm still not sure how good this is compared to a Super Monkey, as far as the attack rate and piercing power. I don't know if Super Monkey has any actual pierce, or if it's just 1 dart per balloon type of thing. I don't know, but we're around to the 17. Still got some time before I need the lead balloon, or before I need lead popping. So I think I might just go with another Dartling gun to give myself a little bit more popping power in general, and place it like right on top of the other one. just because I want to get it as close as I can to the track and to the actual, you know, place they're firing at, I guess. I don't know, that didn't make sense, but just trying to keep them close together so that they're pretty much the same tower, practically, kind of, not really. But I don't need lead popping until round 28, so that's still in about 7 more rounds, which is about at least 700, so got 500 now, almost 600, or a little more than 600 now, almost 800. So I think I can afford to buy powerful darts on this one, because that's helpful, I guess. That was just one camo balloon. Obviously they already have camo detection, maybe not obviously, but they do already have camo detection, which is really nice. Don't have to upgrade them or put in a support tower or anything. So then just a couple more rounds, 1 or 2, well, 2 rounds, well, now 1 more round until lead, and I've already got the depleted Bloontonium darts, so that's good. And yeah, I know that some of you guys have been wanting me to do more variety, so I'm not just using the same towers over and over again. But one of the reasons why I use the same towers over and over again is because I'm familiar with those towers, and I know that they're able to pop everything generally well. I mean, obviously I know I do use continuous every now and then, but, well, most often I use continuous, but just those are the towers I'm most comfortable with, and I know that they work. So that's generally why I don't have that much variety, because when I try to use glue gunners and wizards and mortars, or basically all the stuff that I don't usually use, I'm not as familiar with how to use them correctly and how well they do at the level that they are and stuff like that. So I will try to experiment and use different towers and stuff, but obviously right now, Dartling gun, like, I don't need anything else. Like, the Dartling gun can pop every type of balloon, and it has good enough attack rate and popping power and all that to actually do pretty well. I've done 1 or 2 missions with only Dartling guns, and obviously I haven't been using Dartling guns that much. Well, more recently I've been using them just because of trying to do variety, and someone requested the specialty building for it and all that. But I guess I'll try to use what is it? I'll try to use snipers more, and glue gunners, I suppose, and tack shooters, I guess, and mortars. I guess I could try to use those for mortar, sniper, glue gunner, tack shooter. Although then I don't. Well, I've got snipers for camo detection, and I've got the what's called the mortars for anti-camo, I suppose. Anti-MOAB, sniper, I guess. Anti-balloon in general, glue gunner, and tack shooter. So I guess that could work. It just doesn't seem as good of an idea. And I'm gonna place another Dartling gun right here. Ooh, that was close. But get focused firing, faster barrel spin, powerful darts. Just because I missed a couple right there, or not necessarily missed, but they're a little bit more powerful than my Dartling guns could handle. But I have enough money for another one, so that's not a big problem. And of course now this one just feels kind of a little bit obsolete. I'm gonna place it right there so that it's able to pop those when it comes out. And actually, you know what, might as well sell that one from there. And can I fit a third back here? No, not kind of, but I'll just put it here, right there, and then give it the faster firing and all that, make it fixed point right there, and then might as well put another one here, just to get that kind of crossfire effect, even though it's not going to make a huge difference whether it's on the top or the bottom. It does make a small difference because of the balloons running away or running to the tower, or the defense. It makes a little bit of a difference as far as, like, maybe, well, not regrow balloons, but as far as, like, if it's a big stream of balloons, then I'd constantly be attacking the back of the stream, and I'd be still popping balloons, but it wouldn't necessarily be, it's kind of like targeting last rather than targeting first type of thing. So having 2 is just helpful in general. Double the attack power of 1 and all that. I don't know, it makes sense in my mind, but let's see, that's a lot of rainbows, which means that's getting through pretty well, and I think I popped all of them. Yeah, okay. So what I'm gonna do now is get a spike factory right here. I know I've been using spike factories kind of a lot recently, because they are just really useful. And actually, change you to mouse, so I can pop these. And this is kind of bad. Let's change all of you to mouse so I can pop all these. because quite a few got through, and that's kind of why I wanted the spike factory, so that then I know that it's a little bit more of a safety net and all that. But change you back to fixed, put that there, fixed there, and then just increase that attack speed, I guess. But anyways, you can use this spike factory, like I said, kind of support safety net, but then also a little bit as a main attack force, kind of. Definitely not my main attack force, but a supporting attack force, just because, as you could see, there were some bloons that did make it through. And I think I would like to put another spike factory near the end as a bit more of a safety net, but at the moment, well, yeah, at the moment I'm going to keep the spike factory near the end just as, like I said, a safety net. Still need to wait a little bit longer for even faster production, and I need to worry about anti-MOAB balloons. I could use some, some MOAB maulers, and this time I'm not even going to worry about switching them to mouse or anything, because the spike factory is good enough as a safety net. So now these are a little bit more support, just because the balloons are making it pass a little bit more. So let's see, this costs 3,000, so actually in that case, I'm going to sell these and get laser cannon. No, I'm going to get hydro rocket pods right here. And then, oops, no, I didn't mean to, well, that works too, kind of. Anyways, so just getting hydro rocket pods to add to that, and I can actually sell this, because it's around 44. I don't need to worry too much about the MOAB maulers yet, but just to be safe, gonna start placing them here, and they'll obviously be attacking the regular balloons as well, but my main focus for them is definitely going to be the actual MOAB class balloon, which I guess in that case means I don't really need that extra range, but the extra range is helpful, even if I am only attacking MOAB class balloons and all that. And I'm only going to have 2 by the time this MOAB appears, so it's not going to be super helpful, but it will be helpful because it's 20 damage per shot. They should only have 100 health, so it's only like 5 shots, plus all the hydro rocket pod attack power, so it shouldn't be a big problem. And then on top of that, I've got the spike factory to help out with safety net and all that. So, yeah, it doesn't take that long to pop that. Then just a few ceramics that get through, and then just the spike ball factory excels at popping ceramics, so not a big deal, obviously. I think this is a decent strategy, although now I'm kind of wanting it to be the laser cannon rather than the hydro rocket pods, just so it has better pierce and attack speed. But I might just build another one behind it with the laser cannon rather than change the one that's already there. Because hydro rocket pod is pretty good against clumps of balloons, which is also kind of what the bomb tower missile launcher thing is good at. But obviously the hydro rocket pod is just a bit better. Partly, not necessarily because it costs more, but because it costs more, you can kind of tell that it's going to be better in general. I don't think that's always the case. Specifically for the destroyer, it's tier 4 left side upgrade. In my opinion, I'd say it's worse just because it seems a little bit less reliable. Even though it probably has more popping power and it probably is better, it just doesn't seem better in my opinion. I just don't prefer it. But yeah, anyways. Let's see, how much do these cost? 2,070. And I don't need to worry about camo detection on these because they're only attacking MOAB class balloons, and the MOABs aren't camo. Unless you count the DDT, but that's only in Bloons Monkey City. Which, speaking of which, I probably should start playing again, probably next week, if not the week after. So I don't know. Again, you guys gotta let me know in the comments. I know that you've mentioned before, but just a consistent update reminder that you do or don't want me to play it. Even though I'm sure some of you do, but I probably will start playing it anyways. But someone did actually take me up on, or not really take me up on the offer, but they did reply saying that they wanted me to do a Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD remix. So I will look into that. Still probably won't happen anytime soon. Like, it'll probably be at least a month or 2 before I start that, but it is definitely on my to-do list now that I know that there actually is someone that would be interested in that. And because I am interested in playing it, because I think that'd be really cool. My only problem with that, I guess, would just be that, again, with the whole like commentary thing, I'd like to kind of have someone else there with me to have co-commentator, just to help facilitate the commentary, so it's not too much of me just like, oh hey, and then you do this thing, and then you go over here, and then you do that thing, and then you attack this guy, and then you press this button, and have it just me being like that. But yeah, if you guys enjoy it, then obviously I'll keep going into Kingdom Hearts 2 or the 2.5 HD remix when it comes out, and then eventually into Kingdom Hearts 3, which is going to be kind of interesting because I'll definitely be playing Kingdom Hearts 3. Maybe not like right when it comes out, but eventually I do want to get PS4 and play Kingdom Hearts 3. And then eventually I'm guessing they probably are going to make more games. Maybe they won't, but I'm kind of guessing they will make more games after that for Kingdom Hearts. And it'll be kind of interesting to see them have like a 3.5 HD remix. Or some kind of like super collector's edition that has like every Kingdom Hearts game, and that'd be ridiculous, but it'd be kind of cool to see that down the line. And let's see, switch you to strongest, and anything else? No, all these are set to strongest. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 7 MOAB Maulers. I'd say that's pretty decent for now. I can switch back to building up my Dartling guns, and I might want to build another Spike Factory. And oh man, that's right. I meant to get what's it called? I meant to get a gosh, what is it called? Banana farm. I meant to get a banana farm. I still could. It's only around 54, but I don't feel like it that much because obviously I'm doing pretty well. Haven't lost any lives yet, which is actually a little bit surprising, and I feel like I'm jinxing it by saying it. But I've got 7 MOAB Maulers to deal with Anti-MOAB. I've got these 2 Dartling guns to just help out in general with general popping, and then the Spike Ball Factory for safety and all that. Oh man, God, why am I yawning? But anyways, what do you guys think of E3? I thought it was okay. It was a little bit, I wouldn't say it's disappointing from Xbox, but it was standard, which was not impressive, I guess, at least for me, just because I'm not a huge Xbox fan. I don't think, I haven't owned any Xbox games or consoles. I've played like Halo and a couple other Xbox games just because my cousins and my friend had an Xbox, so I have played an Xbox. Like, I do know what it's about, I guess. Not really know what it's about, but it's not like I've never touched the thing and I never will type of thing. It's just I played it and the games on it don't really appeal to me that much. I can't really think of any game on the Xbox that I really want to play. Halo's a nice multiplayer game, but I don't really need it to play on my own single player or online multiplayer or anything. So aside from that, I mean, I really don't see any appeal from it. I'm not a big first-person shooter fan, not a big sports fan, and not really a good racing fan except for Mario Kart. So don't really need an Xbox, I guess. Unless you guys have any suggestions that are like, oh no, you totally gotta play this one game. Well, there's this one game, Banjo-Kazooie 3 or Banjo-Tooie 3 or Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. That game I actually did really want to play, even though it's totally different from all the other Banjo-Kazooie games. I still think it's, it's still a Banjo-Kazooie game, so I'd still enjoy playing it, I guess. But anyways, I'm gonna start building this second Spike Ball Factory, and now I'm done building the second Spike Ball Factory. It's pretty cheap to buy. Well, I mean, it's 7,285, so it's not that cheap, but I had plenty of money, not plenty money. And then I guess just to add support, I know that I've been doing this a lot, having a Arctic Wind next to the Spike Factory, but just to be safe, I guess. Even though I'm pretty sure my other defenses are strong enough. The 7 MOAB Maulers, and then the Hydro Rocket Pods and Laser Cannon. Good combo. Hydro Rocket Pods for area of effect, burst damage, and then the Laser Cannon for piercing, faster attack rate, and all that. So yeah, pretty good. And of course, 7 MOAB Maulers is pretty good against any MOAB class balloon. The BFBs obviously will take a little bit more damage, or will need to take a little bit more damage. But once it gets to the point where, oh wait a minute, it's around 63. I've already beaten some MOAB or some BFB. I wasn't even paying attention for that. So yeah, apparently I can handle a BFB, and I wasn't even noticing. But yeah. So let's see. Can get Arctic Frost, or Arctic Wind, yeah, not Arctic Frost, so Arctic Wind first, and then start getting a MOAB Shadow Spike, probably 1 or 2, Moab Shredder Spike Factory right there. I'm going to use that just in case any Moab class balloons or BFBs make it past, just because I know that there are going to be a lot of BFBs and Moabs, and I don't know exactly how well my defense will be against it, so just want to get the safety net up just in case. So, let's see, with that being said, once I have enough money, I'm going to put out the Spike Factory, and then work on that. And I think the mortars are the ones that get more expensive when I have the specialty building for the Dartling gun. So obviously I'm not going to use that. Don't really have any. Excuse me. Don't really have a need for it right now, just because all of my towers that need camo detection have camo detection. Basically, the ice tower doesn't, but it doesn't really need camo detection because the spike factories already do, and there's not going to be a huge bunch of camo balloons that I need to get rid of or anything. So don't need to worry about that. And of course, as you can see, all the Moab class balloons were destroyed before they got too far, and then just a bunch of regular class balloons that will be destroyed shortly. And it's kind of interesting that these balloons get slowed down by the Arctic wind, but they don't get frozen by the actual ice tower effect. So that, like I said, to me is kind of interesting. May not be very interesting to you guys or anything, I don't know. But, so yeah. Anyways, let's see. Gonna go for Spike Factory, like I already said, getting more observer spikes, about 3,000 more cash. It's gonna take a little while, because cash gets a little bit less, not available, but you get a little bit less cash as the rounds move on, because you're going up against more Moab class balloons. And the actual Moab class balloon, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, and I may actually be wrong about this, but the actual Moab class balloon, I think, only gives you 1 cash when you pop the actual Moab layer, and then it's just 4 ceramics underneath, which sure could be a bit of a threat as 4 ceramics go, but as far as cash, it's still only 4. It's still only 4 ceramics, so it's not a big piece of cash, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. It's not a good source of cash on the Moab class balloons, even though it's a whole bunch of popping power that you need, a whole bunch of red balloon equivalent. It's not a lot of cash. Because I'm pretty sure this red balloon equivalent here is, it's just for every 1 hit, oh man, every 1 hit that you do, like with a dart monkey, translate to 1 RBE because of, you know, being like 1 layer. So each Moab, I would think, has like 200 RBE in its actual Moab layer, but then only gives you 1 cash. And then, of course, the 4 ceramics technically are a bunch of red balloon equivalent, again with the 6 hits that it takes to break through the actual ceramic layer. Then it's still not a perfect 1-to-1 ratio for cash to RBE, but then all the pinks and zebras and yellows and greens and blues and reds and stuff underneath, those, and the rainbows that come out of the ceramics, those also will give you a 1-to-1 RBE type of thing, or even more than a 1-to-1 because it splits into multiple balloons. Well, I suppose that would count into the RBE. But anyways, so yeah, that's why even when it's just 1 Moab, the RBE is like 4,000, but then you'll only get like 3,000 cash, maybe? I don't know. Just because of all that I described. So I think I will just have 1 spike factory with Moab Shredder spikes, and then might as well build a banana farm or 2, just for the extra lives and a little bit of extra cash, I suppose. And might as well use a monkey farmer. Well, put them right here, and I'll buy a 4th banana farm once I get enough money. Which I know it's a little bit wasteful, I guess, the way that I'm building it, because I'm building all the banana farms before I'm upgrading any of them, and the upgrades cost less. So as far as getting lives, as far as lives are concerned, it would be easier to just get the upgrades rather than the actual building, just because it costs less relatively per life, basically, which I guess I could explain. Because for each building and for each upgrade on the building, you get 1 extra life per round with the Healthy Bananas Deluxe upgrade. So if I'm building a building for 1,080, that means I'm paying for 1 extra life per round by paying 1,080. But then once I've built it, I'm only spending 540 for another upgrade, and that's giving me another life. For the only 540, it's like half the price, basically. Well, that is half the price. So that one's even more valuable, I guess, a more valuable life, because I'm spending, well, I guess it'd be less valuable if I'm spending less to get it, but a more cost-efficient life rather than building another banana farm. So that's kind of interesting. But then as far as good, why am I yawning? As far as getting money as far as making it a cost-efficient money expenditure or cash expenditure, just getting the long life bananas doesn't necessarily increase anything at the moment, because I've got a monkey farmer there, so I don't have to worry about any balloons getting wasted, basically, or being wasted, getting spoiled, basically. I don't have to worry about any of that because the monkey farmer takes care of it pretty well. So the actual long life bananas upgrade is pretty useless, considering everything, I guess. I don't know. Because of deluxe upgrades and having the healthy bananas, it is pretty useful to get that upgrade, but if I didn't have the deluxe upgrade and I did have the monkey farmer, then it would be basically useless to get. But anyways, it does open the way up for the valuable bananas, so I guess it's not completely useless, even though it's debatable. But anyways, let's see, you can get next upgrade on that one, and then just go back to the top one. And what route is this? 75. Still got plenty of time. Don't think I need any extra defenses because my safety net is pretty strong. MOAB maulers are pretty strong because that's basically 7 layers on whatever balloons that they're hitting, so that's pretty good. It's probably not exactly 7 layers, but it's at least pretty helpful. Aside from that, the 2 Dartling guns, obviously, they're not unstoppable because that big stream from round 76 did get through, and they're regrow balloons, which is pretty dangerous, considering this long stream of not having anything destroying them. So this might actually break through. I think it will. Or, yeah, I'm losing quite a few lives. Yep, okay. So I kind of figured that would happen right there at the end. So what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? I'm going to use a glue gunner, which may not sound like a good idea, but with the balloon dissolver thing, should be at least helpful, because it'll be gluing some of them, and actually going to move it along with the balloons to get them here, so that it can actually pop some of them faster than they regrow. So that'll be helpful to stop them from multiplying. It won't be super amazing because it's still only twice every second, but that is faster than it's regrowing, so it is helpful in that regard. This might, although this might actually be just helping it, be helping it multiply faster, but should be helpful, should be enough. I could also just change these to mouse and then have them attack over there, but this should be enough to stop it from multiplying even more. Plus it slows it down, which gives it more time. I should just fast forward through this. Am I losing any lives? I lost a couple, lost a few more, lost quite a few more, and I got another game over. Wow. Alright, well then, in that case, I got a bunch of money from continuing, so might as well just throw down the Glaive Ricochet. Or I could probably afford a Glaive Lord right now, so that would be pretty good as well. And might as well get another Glaive Ricochet, and if I can afford another one, yep, I can afford another one, just to help out with the with those round 76. So obviously, my strategy was not infallible. I guess it wasn't unstoppable, and that definitely should have helped enough to let the Spike Factory handle the rest of them, because now obviously there's a lot less, so not a big problem. Alright, so there you go. That's how you get rid of round 76 with Glaive Ricochet, not the Glue Gunner, obviously. And that did give me a bunch of cash because of having to continue twice, gives you extra cash and all that, and plus popping all those balloons gives you extra cash. And of course having the Monkey Tycoon lets me sell my towers for the same cost that I bought them for, so all in all that was pretty good money, or a cash increase, even though my monkey money now took a little bit of a hit. It's only 400 monkey money, so it's not a huge deal. But let's see, can I upgrade this one? And just have my mouse on that one so I can know when I'm able to upgrade that one. And then just one more, and then I think I'm just going to end my banana farm upgrades there, because obviously if round 76 got through, a couple other rounds might get through. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I kind of want to finish it off to have 30 cash on each of those. So I'm getting 750 from each, so I'm getting 3,000 total. Because getting 3,000 per round is pretty helpful, as I've shown on Drag Strip. Even though Drag Strip, that was just ridiculous. And it's kind of the opposite. I did sort of opposite as far as how well I was doing on that track, and as compared to what I'm doing here, because on the other track I was doing really terrible in the beginning, and then I started doing really good at the end. Here I'm doing really good at the beginning, and I'm still doing okay at the end, but obviously those balloons did get through, so didn't do perfect or anything. And it was just that one round, which was kind of interesting. I should have seen it coming. I should have done something about it, but oh well. Let's see. Just a bunch of camo balloons. Don't really need to worry about that. MOAB maulers aren't attacking them because they're camo, but Spike Factory shouldn't have a problem handling them. Wow, it almost did, but but still, it's fine. So yeah, got 3,000 cash per round, which would be helpful with getting a couple more Dartling guns. Or, you know what, instead of Dartling guns, I'm going to use Rings of Fire, because that seems like a good idea, even though it probably isn't. I don't know, it just seems kind of fun to have Rings of Fire, rather than, you know, the normal Dartling guns and stuff. Plus, you know, you guys want me to do variety and stuff like that, so, you know, I guess that's helpful, or something. So yeah, Ring of Fire involves basically an entire wall of fire, a wall of Rings of Fire, just because that would be kind of cool. It kind of would have the same effect as a Glaive Ricochet, kind of, where it's just sort of shaving off layers off all the balloons. It doesn't have infinite pierce, as some people have mentioned in the comments, but it's still pretty good. It still pops quite a few balloons, so it is pretty helpful. So, let's see, was the Ring of Fire in, yeah, I think Ring of Fire was in Bloons Tournament 4. Pretty sure it was. Just a random thing. I was wondering for a second whether or not it was, or whether it was or not. Don't think there's a difference between whether or not it was and whether it was or not. One is obviously more grammatically correct than the other, probably, but, you know, the English language, it's never grammatically correct. So yeah, just throwing that out there. It's already around 80, so almost done with this level, with this track. And then I'll just be done with the episode, basically. And then it's just three more tracks on Expert, and then the 2 on Extreme, which I'll do 2 weeks after, or the week after the next week, if that makes sense. So yeah, 2 weeks after, basically. That's the proper way to say it, grammatically correct and all that. Let's see, just place that one there, place that there, blah, blah, blah. And I guess that's pretty much it. I'll have 5 Rings of Fire after this one, and then what round is this? Round 82. And again, the Rings of Fire are just there, kind of support, just to get rid of a few layers that come off of these. Don't have any camo detections, they're not too amazing, but don't really need the camo detection, because obviously the Spike Factories are pretty good with any camo balloons. It does seem like they're struggling a little bit right there, but they shouldn't have too big of a... Ah, dang, I'm losing lives again. That's crazy. I really didn't think they'd make it through that. But oh well. Obviously it's not a big deal, because now these towers are handling it pretty well. But it does surprise me sometimes how well the balloons do against these defenses that seem, to me, pretty impenetrable. But come on, trying to get as close as I can, to the center, so that it's as far on the track as I can get it, because there's a bush right here in the back, so it's kind of hard to get it straight on right there, or get a lot of them straight on. But having that second laser cannon will be helpful, getting rid of some MOAB class balloons, just because of the extra attack rate and all that, and just general balloon destruction and all that. And specifically the one on the side is a little bit better for MOAB class balloon popping, just because, like I said, because it's on the side, it's going to be missing more of the center row balloons, but because the MOAB class balloon has such a large hitbox, then it'll also be hitting those, or it'll be hitting those as well, I guess. I'm not sure if I phrased that correctly, but oh well. I'm actually going to sell all these, even though I just bought them not too long ago. Let's see, sell this one as well. Might as well sell the ice tower because I'm going to be getting, just fixed point that there. Sell this one, and this one, I think. Nope, still need a little bit more. I'm going to sell one more, and then I'm going to get the Ray of Doom. And might as well get the depleted plutonium as well. And then that's going to be it for that. Just going to get that giant beam of destruction, which is pretty awesome. That doesn't have infinite pierce still, but does have a whole bunch of pierce, so it is pretty good. I'm not sure exactly how well it does as far as attack rate. Seems like a pretty constant beam of destruction, so attack rate should be pretty high up there, but still not 100% sure how that would work in comparison to the laser cannon. Actually cancel these, sell those, sell that. And I'm going to get some balloon chippers because those are best against the ZOMG in general. Not even going to worry about the long range suck or anything because I just want to spend as much as I can on the actual tier 4 side of it. Going to get, I can't afford, well, yeah, just 3. 3's fine because obviously, oh wait, I could have just sold these. I could just sell these and get a bunch more balloon chippers. I only need like 4 to deal with all of them, but might as well get another one. Might as well put it here just cause, and then give that one long range. Oh, no, didn't even need it. But anyway, so that was 4 continues, or not 4 continues, 2 continues, almost 3. So we got 3,295. The next track we're going to do is the spider map. Not sure which specialty building I want to use. Probably going to use like mage or something. Maybe ninjas or specters or something. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.